Welcome everybody here to beautiful Kailua Kona, Hawaii. Today we're absolutely excited from the Challenge family. It's going to be the dawn of a new era of the Challenge family, and we're absolutely happy and honored to be able to announce a 10-year partnership with one of the sport's biggest legend, Chris McCormack, and we're going to tell you all about it. I think we met the first time in Roth. It was that epic battle between you and Lothar crossing the finish line with only 3 seconds. That's when actually our relationship with you and Challenge began. Tell us about it and tell us how it was back then.
You know, I'd gone to Roth in the 90s to actually watch as a spectator. I watched the world record get broken by Luc van Lierde. I drove from the Australian training base and on my own in a car to watch that day. So Roth was an event that I'd heard about for many, many years, and to see Luke break the world record that day, I said, one day I'm going to come to this race and I'm going to do it. And you know, it just meant a lot to me as an athlete who grew up in triathlon. It's without question the greatest triathlon event on the planet, and you know, the people, the crowds, the organisation, and as an athlete who's raced everywhere, it's an event I will do again for sure.
Wonderful. We're absolutely happy because you were one of the athletes who began the story, the Challenge story, with us. And now 10 years after, we're sitting here doing a handshake, and we're going to create the next 10 years together. So tell us a little bit about your vision of it, about the legacy you want to leave in the sport.
Well, for me, you know, it's amazing how quick that 10 years has gone because so much has happened with Challenge in those 10 years, and for me as an athlete. And you know, for me personally, I was touched by Roth and by Challenge because it was what triathlon was to me. It had a heart and soul, and it was what motivated me to want to do this sport in the first place. So I came back year after year and raced events, and I watched Challenge spawn around the world, and there's races being raced all over the world. But you've always kept the heart of what your racing is, and that is, it's about us, the racers. It's about the story. It's about keeping triathlon as one, as a community, as a family, and I've always been attracted to that. So, you know, when we spoke, I said, look, Felix, I would love to come back and race with you guys and do something with you guys, because to me, I think we're very, very similar beings. I was driven by passion and driven by a sport that I adored, and I feel like you guys putting on events like that are driven with that same dream, and I see only massive things for us in the future, and this partnership for me personally is something I'm very proud of. I'm very honoured that you would work with somebody like me, because I think together we're going to do amazing things, and the sport's going to benefit from what our vision is. In the next 10 years, the sky's the limit, because I think as people taste what we have to offer and the racing that we put together globally, they're going to say, hey, this is brilliant. This is why I do endurance sport. You know, but I really, over the next 10 years, I see myself racing for the entire time, maybe not at the pointy end towards the end of that 10 years, but just being a part of the community, of triathlon, of challenge racing. And it's exciting because, you know, it's not always about, as we know, and that's what's great about you, you've always greeted every single finisher at every challenge race, and you know, I love that, and people notice those things, and the great thing about Challenge is that it doesn't finish when you cross the finish line for us, you know, for the people who participate in these races. And that's what I want to be a part of as well. I want people to feel like I'm part of their journey with our racing, and you know, I am beyond excited. And you know, I've always seen myself with a lot to say and with a lot to offer, and you know, to be given that opportunity with you guys to really grow that, I see the potential as being endless. And for me in particular, you know, how we develop our events, how we can make them more challenging, and how we can ensure that the athletes are getting what they feel they should be getting out of a race. And I'm excited about helping work with you guys with that, and I'm excited just to be in helping discover new events around the world as Challenge grows. And you know, you're seeing it everywhere, you're growing events everywhere, but when we pick venues, when we pick races, how we do that, how those courses should be structured, and that for me is very, very exciting.
As I said, it's an absolute honor to work with you, and what we always enjoyed was your sportsmanship over all the years that we have seen you at many of our races. And as you mentioned before, sky's the limit, and we're also very, very happy that we have you on board, running our decisions through you, being able to contact you about our development plans towards a possible World Championship even. And so we're absolutely happy to have you on our side, and looking forward to that.
I'm excited to be on both sides of the fence, and athletically speaking, I can't wait to do those races. And as I emerge into a different field with you guys, I'm excited about that, because I have a lot to say. I think we have a lot to grow together, and you know, and I have a good connection with what people out there are asking and talking about and wanting, and I think that synergy will be wonderful. Let's hope we get that World Championship while I'm racing, because I'd love to be the first Challenge World Champion. So very, very excited, and it's a pleasure, Felix, to be working with you, and I'm absolutely thrilled and honoured for this synergy and partnership, and I'm looking forward to getting on a start line very, very soon.
Wonderful. Chris, welcome on board.
Thanks,
We're
Felix.
very happy.
I'm stoked.
Awesome.
Cheers.